guys.
We are on.
We're on the air.
And we're back.
Hey guys, we're back.
How's everyone doing?
We're doing.
We're doing very hot.
Melting.
Yeah.
It is hot in John Jay right now. Wow.
Yeah, I think the AC is broken and
Getting repaired. They picked the last 2 weeks of the school.
Heads up to everyone. North Hall is actually way cooler.
I'd never thought that those words
yeah.
would leave my mouth, or in that context. But
Right? It's actually it's cold in North Hall.
cold. Yeah, it is. I was just there. It's actually really nice. I was one of the piano, all of the piano rooms, all of the classrooms, nice, cool, AC. Just go check it out, guys. Go.
If you're boiling like we are.
I'm gonna wait till somebody gets heat stroke and has to be taken away in the ambulance for them to have to decide to do something.
No, the thing is, it's not even hot. It's like humid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it builds up. Like it gets to you after a while.
You,
Like
cut it with a knife.
yeah, like I have to swim through this. Like I have to physically push my way through this.
I'm in jeans, and I wish I wasn't wearing jeans.
Like that was a mistake today.
That was
I'm
very much a
sorry.
mistake. I am not wearing pants, and I'm very happy about that.
I
I'm
had to
wearing
check.
shorts.
Pantsless Tom.
I feel like all newscasters just don't wear pants. They're
I would
just
do that. Are you kidding me?
they're just dressed from the top down.
Oh, in
Yeah.
America's Next Top Model, Nigel Barker, like he would wear the suit from the top up, but like he told like in like an interview, he was like, oh yeah, we wore like our boxer shorts and like flip flops.
Honestly, I would do that. I would absolutely do
Because
that.
you
'Cause
only
nobody's
see
gonna
the
see.
top part,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
It's like people on the radio, you don't even have to like have clothes on.
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah.
great.
It's not like anybody gets a standing ovation. It's just like you sit there. People on the radio, yeah, we could all be naked right now. Nobody would know, except us. It could just be our
Guys.
thing,
We're all naked.
or all of us.
We're not naked.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We are
Maheen's
not
a liar.
naked.
Well,
Anyway.
Maheen's not naked. Let's just say.
Okay,
At least Maheen.
At least Maheen. You got nice sunglasses, Maheen.
Thank you.
What are these, Ray-Bans?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Real
If you-
Ray-Bans?
Yes, they're real. What the?
No, they're fake ones.
Well, I don't care if they're real or fake. I'm just asking if they're real Ray-Bans.
Yes, they're real.
Oh, excuse me for asking. They can't fit my head. I don't want to break
No,
them.
no, no.
Christian has a big head.
No, they really won't fit my head. Do you not see the circumference? Like, okay, just wait for them to snap. All right. Like eventually,
you
the-
look good. You look good.
They look
Thank
good
you,
though.
You look
right?
thank
good.
you. Eventually, the pressure will build up and they'll just pop. They're never gonna fit the same way again. Just so you know.
Anyway.
Shut up, Tom.
So if you haven't noticed, two of us are missing.
For now, one's showing
now.
up.
At least one.
At least one.
Oh,
Nicole's not.
We were
coming.
talking
She's
about
vomiting.
becoming an official club and getting funding and getting a mini fridge.
Because mini fridges are cool and club funding is cooler.
Cooler. Yeah.
And I definitely think we deserve our own club
I think we're cool.
and our own
Well, right
office.
now we're
Hey,
hot.
imagine our own office where we could like leave our stuff and stuff.
Oh,
That'd be great.
Yeah, we could like. I could sit at a desk and feel important.
Yeah.
Oh, we could
Yeah.
each have our own desk.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah, just one desk.
Or like a cubby.
Or cubby, yeah. Oh, like where we used to put our shoes back in kindergarten?
For the cubby
Yes.
holes.
No, seriously, we should form our own club.
Speaking of kindergarten, remind me of that when we get to that very last segment that you wrote down there, Tom.
Yeah.
But speaking of segments,
Okay.
there, you mentioned Mayweather versus Pacquiao.
I put Pac-Man.
Well, his name is Pacquiao. That's his nickname.
Yeah.
So
alright.
if you want to talk about nicknames, it's Money versus Pac-Man.
All right. You're right. You're right. Did you guys see the fight?
Yeah.
I saw the highlights. I wasn't gonna pay $100.
I saw the highlights. Yeah, I'm not about that.
Saw the highlights.
However, I did see.
I knew not to pay $100 because I knew what was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
I actually thought the Pacquiao was gonna win.
I knew Pacquiao wasn't gonna win, but I wanted him to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was essentially everyone.
Because all right, so here's the thing. This was supposed to happen about something between 5 and 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, but they had
6.
6. Was it 6
6 years.
ago? Okay.
Mhm.
Oh.
So it was constant contract disagreements. Mayweather always asked for too much or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And eventually, Pacquiao started to agree to his stuff. He's like, yeah, sure. And
Oh,
then Mayweather's like, yeah, well, now I want to fight here. Pacquiao's like, sure. And he's like, all right, and I want you to wear this. And he's like, sure. He's like, all right, and I also want this. And he's like, sure. And during an interview, they asked Pacquiao, well, why did you suddenly agree to all his demands? And Pacquiao,
Yeah. Oh god, this
Pacquiao-
is funny. This is funny.
Pacquiao said, well, when a man is walking death row, you fulfill his last request.
Got him.
And I'm like,
Oh man, we need Fia on the mixer. We can get some sound effects.
oh, the sound effects. Yeah, that was a good one. There we go. So Pacquiao, I like Pacquiao. I wanted him to win. Everyone wanted him to
However,
win.
did you hear that after the fight, it was actually confirmed by like doctors and stuff.
Yeah, he was fighting with.
He was fighting with a bum shoulder, and
Yeah.
bum shoulder was so bad he's actually got to be out for 9 to 12 months.
Yeah, I believe it. And they wouldn't give him an anti-inflammatory shot in the locker room.
No, I thought it was agreed that they did because it was non-steroid.
I heard that they didn't give him anything.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Well, even if that's still fighting with the bum shoulder.
Well,
You're right.
I was not a big fan of Moneyweather. Wow. Mayweather.
Same thing.
but
Same thing.
Floyd, Money, Mayweather.
Floyd. Oh God, I just
Who
hate
is-
how Bieber is always around Floyd.
Right, it's a real show of character
friggin-
when your best friend is Justin Bieber.
Like,
you're
did
right.
you
Oh,
see?
God.
Did you
And the
see
Burger
Jimmy
King.
Kimmel? Did you see Jimmy Kimmel come up behind Pacquiao,
Yeah,
acting
it's
like
like-
his acting like his Justin
Entourage,
Bieber?
yeah.
Oh my God, that was so funny. He was like jumping up and down in his fedora and his sunglasses, the way Justin Bieber does.
Here's the thing though. Even on the news, they call Mayweather the man everyone loves to hate
Mhm.
because he's such a terrible person.
You are
he,
right.
He beats his wife.
Mhm.
Okay, he's been
He beats all of his wives. Like
all
he's
of
had.
his wives. Like
Mm.
you're supposed to hug your wife and beat your opponent. He got the whole thing backwards.
He
Like-
beats his wife and hugs his opponent.
Right. But the thing is, you can't fall. You can't. All right. He's a terrible person, but a good fighter. And by good, I mean he knows how to manipulate the point system because that's what boxing is now. It's a point system. And he knew that hugging your opponent is not. He can't hit you you're gonna have to get broken apart, and it's gonna give him some distance.
Yeah.
He knew to keep against the ring, get against the ropes, and he had great, fantastic defense. Pacquiao, he wanted to fight. Like Pacquiao was in there, he was in it to win it. But Mayweather was like, "Nah, I really want that money." Like,
Moneyweather.
They made $88,000 per second.
That's amazing. I can't make $88,000 in my lifetime.
well, here's the thing: even though Pacquiao lost, he still walked away with I think 20 million less than Mayweather. So I don't think it's a major loss for Pacquiao money wise. But I think everyone would have loved to see him lose or
This
just get
is-
knocked out. But we all know that wasn't gonna happen.
This is what my very close friend said, that Mayweather,
How is it?
Pacquiao would probably be president of the Philippines in 20 years, and Mayweather would be dead or in jail. So, I mean, we all know who the real
Or
winner
in
is.
jail.
We all know who the real winner is.
Well, because Mayweather really came from nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, not Mayweather. Pacquiao
Pacquiao.
came,
Yeah.
came from nothing.
No, he's very humble.
very humble.
He's very humble, and I really enjoy that.
Like, all right, so Mayweather's mouth guard was made by some really high-end company. The mouth guard cost, I think, $35,000. Had diamond and gold flakes in it, and $100 bill encrusted in the front.
What the heck?
Yeah, and then Pacquiao's
What
mouth guard.
debauchery is that? That's
Pacquiao's mouth guard. His dentist has been making them for like 15 years.
Yeah,
and
it was
it's
like a sock in his mouth.
Yeah, he could have just been using a sock. It wouldn't have mattered. But Pacquiao's interview at the end was really what got me because the guy who, first of all, was interviewing him was just a major douche, if I could just say that right now, because the guy just flat out asked, because he was a fanboy. He was a Mayweather fanboy. The guy asked him, so why do you think you suck so bad tonight?
Oh, wow.
And Pacquiao was completely unfazed. He's like, well, the thing is, he didn't do anything. He didn't fight nothing. Like
He's a bit of a bitch.
he just ran around the ring and didn't do anything. But if this was supposed to be the fight that was going to resurrect boxing, it put it in the ground forever. That was it. Like that was the biggest probably disappointment of them. And they're not even in their. They weren't even in their prime anymore. This fight should have happened 6 years ago.
I know.
We have someone here who just arrived.
Hi.
What was that? It kind of sounded like a
Yeah.
struggled high.
I know, because I've been sick, so
You
now my
changed your hair
voice-
color, I noticed.
I did.
a girl needs to let me go through her closet and wear all of her dresses because I have to unpack all of my summer clothes and I haven't done it yet.
Oh,
Is it-
no.
Who's the girl?
I was actually going to wear a sundress today, but I was like, nah.
Yeah, apparently
feeling
I
it.
didn't get the memo. I walked out in my leather jacket.
Yeah.
That was it.
No.
Did any of you just watch the news? Like just
No,
flick it
I
on
saw
even for
I saw
weather?
the weather, but 70
No.
can be with like wind.
It's
can
a
be
79 on my
yeah.
It's 80
Bruh.
today, guys.
Yeah,
80.
yeah.
80 with thunderstorms later.
79.
Thunderstorms?
Thunderstorms.
Oh my god!
balls.
Hopefully thunderstorms means no customers.
So
You can only
we were just talking about a fight and how much of a bitch at least one person in the fight was. So I'm gonna bring your attention to another fight. This was the article. The name is police wants to talk Chris Brown about alleged assault during a basketball game.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Oh
another
my
assault case
God.
from Chris Brown. Got him.
I'm
Why is he
surprised.
such a dick?
I really,
I
I
don't
was
know.
never a Chris Brown fan. I never liked
I
him.
used to love
Yeah.
Chris Brown.
I
never
never
liked him.
got into
I
him.
used
like,
to love.
ever.
I like we were in 6th grade, and one of a guy's like, I hate Chris Brown. He's so stupid. So my friend like punched him. She was
Just
in
like Chris Brown
love
would.
with him. She was madly. This is before this is back when he was like normal and like kind
Yeah.
of like, oh, the cute
Just,
little
like,
16-year-old kid. Like, oh, this is
This
now
happened to
he's
Justin Bieber
crazy.
too.
Yeah.
It seems
God.
like that just happens to like everyone in the industry, doesn't it?
Well, not everybody. There's some people who are really still
Hey,
humble out there. Like
I don't think anyone from
Grande?
NSYNC went crazy, you know?
Ariana
so.
Grande.
Ryan Gosling's actually really humble.
Oh my God, yes,
believe it or
he
not.
is. Stop.
They tried to
Stop
also
reminding
hot.
me that I can't have him.
they,
No,
they,
seriously.
they actually tried to offer him like sexiest man of the year like 3
and
or
he
4
like
times.
refused.
Oh, wow.
and
he,
he,
re-
like,
he refused it each
Why?
time.
God, he's so
Wow.
sexy.
I know, right?
Have you guys ever
The
seen
fact
those
that he's more
vines
humble
with
with it.
Ryan
with the
Gosling?
cereal, and he
The
did,
cereal.
and he actually ate the cereal
Well, because the guy who made
creator
those
died.
vines died
Oh,
last
really?
week
Oh
from
my
cancer,
gosh.
and
Oh,
so
shit.
Ryan Gosling made a vine of him pouring cereal and eating the cereal and like
Aw.
giving it as a tribute to the guy. And he said, you know, my heartfelt condolences go out to the family, and I
Yeah.
felt proud to be a part of his life in some small way. And I'm like, Ryan Gosling.
He's so hot.
So Ryan
So
Gosling, Ryan Gosling was in an interview, and he talked about how he used to sell like Boy Scout cookies, and he had this fantasy that one day someone would come up to the stand and be like, "I'll buy them all." So one day he saw like a Girl Scout selling cookies, and he went up and he goes, "I'll buy them all."
Oh my
and
gosh.
he bought all of them, but then he didn't know what to do with them, so he was on the highway and he started passing them out to random people.
And then they're just like driving by and Ryan Gosling with cookies? What? That's like two of the
It's
best
like my
things.
dream.
Imagine Ryan Gosling coming
Oh
up to
my
your
gosh.
But
But
coming up to your
cookies,
car
though.
with a
Cookies.
box of Thin Mints.
I
Wait a
was
second,
literally
wait a
about to say the
second.
same thing.
Maheen, Maheen, would you rather an unlimited box, like a box with unlimited mint, like Thin Mint cookies, or Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I think
that's
everybody in the
pretty
room just
easy.
thought Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling at the same
'Cause,
I
time.
would-
like, you
I mean,
can't
I would
just,
say
like,
Ryan
buy-
Like
Gosling.
he's
so.
Yeah.
there's a customer at the place I work where
Is he
oh my
Ryan
God.
Gosling?
Oh my God, he looks just like him, and I'm like, do you know
He
you?
is getting really
I was
passionate
like,
right now.
I was like, do you know that
She's
you
like-
look
she's
just?
gripping
Yo,
this
Yeah,
mic.
Maheen
it's
had a
like
dream,
a
guys.
little worrisome. Why don't you
He's
like
so
loosen,
pretty, guys.
Maheen, loosen your grip on the mic.
All right, we gotta go take care of Maheen, and while we do that, we're
Yeah.
gonna take a small commercial break. Somebody get us some cold water.
Jesus, all right. Ryan Gosling, he can be in cold water if you know what I mean.
He has seltzer over there. Can I get some?
those things.
Someone's about to die.
And it's probably gonna be me.
I'm gonna put,
Okay.
Yes, it's always gonna be you,
All
Tom.
right. So while we were at break, Christian had a very well. First of all, he had some names he wanted to say.
Okay, so there's this book, and it's called Tiki Tiki Tembo, and it's a book set. Nicole, who's not here, mentioned it to me last night, and it was a book she read in kindergarten, and she didn't understand the whole point of the book until now because it just really occurred to her. And it's a book set in ancient China, and the whole plot of the book was like it was an ancient Chinese custom where parents would honor their firstborn sons with really long, elaborate names that everyone is obliged to say completely. So no nicknames and no shortening it in any way, shape, or form, while the second sons are typically given really short or unimportant names.
Pong.
So
Ting.
there's this boy named Tiki Tiki Tembo Nosa Rembo Chari Bari Ruchi Pip Peri Pembo, which means the most wonderful thing in the whole wide world. And his little brother's name is Chang, which means little or nothing. So one day they're playing near a well, and Tiki Tiki Tembo Nosa Rembo Chari Bari Ruchi Pip Peri Pembo falls into the well.
Oh yeah.
And so Chang, oh, wow, this is interesting. This is different from what Nicole told me. Chang falls in the well, and his older brother runs to their mother and tells her Chang has fallen down the well. And their mother tells him to get the old man with the ladder. And he goes and tells the old man. And Chang is rescued and then recovers quickly. And sometime later, the boys really don't learn their lesson, and they're playing by the well. And this time, Tiki falls in the well.
Well, you can't not pronounce his full name.
Okay, so what Chang says is Tiki Tiki Tembo Nosa Rembo Chari Bari Ruchi Pip Peri Pembo has fallen into the well. So the mother's like, well, at first the mother can't hear him so well, so she asks him to say the whole name again. And because he's running out of breath, he sputters and mispronounces his name, so he has to say it again. And he tells her he's fallen in the well. So he runs and goes get the man with the ladder. And initially the old man doesn't respond because he didn't say the full name. So he has to say, old man, Tiki Tiki Tembo Nosa Rembo Chari Bari Ruchi Pip Peri Pembo has fallen into the well, I need your ladder. But he didn't say it with respect, so he has to say it again. So finally the old man is getting annoyed, so he falls back asleep. So Chang gets the ladder, runs, and they get Tiki Tiki Tembo Nosa Rembo Chari Bari Ruchi Pip Peri Pembo from the well, but it's too late because he's dead.
Ow.
And the moral of the story is this is why Chinese people have short names.
Oh, you're right.
Why do I feel like this is racist?
I feel like this is a little
Yes,
racist.
It is.
It's not racist if it's true.
Well, I honestly, if somebody approached me and told me for $1 million, I would. For $1 million, all I would have to do is name my first son Tiki Tiki Tembo Nosa Rembo Chari Bari Ruchi
I'd
Pip
do
Peri
it.
Pembo. I would absolutely name my
Absolutely.
first son Tiki Tiki Tembo.
I mean, just go by like
I would
the
do it for
nickname.
$100,000.
Yeah.
He
Call
would
him
love
Tiki.
that name.
Yeah, just call him Tiki.
And he would absolutely refuse to answer to anything except the full name.
I
would teach him that
He's
from
like, I didn't hear you.
La
I
la
don't
la
know.
la.
I feel like I would be saying his names like so many times and so often, it would just be not worth the $1 million.
Tiki Tiki Tembo.
But like, if you could call him Tiki, then
Yeah, I'll call him
Yeah.
Tiki.
Hey,
Oh,
Tiki,
hell
get
yeah.
over
That name would
here.
be sweet, Tiki.
All right, so I mentioned during the
Right.
break that we would talk about relationships we've been in or people that we've liked that were absolutely insane in some way, shape, or form. But we're not going to mention their names for privacy reasons or whatever. So I'll start. I'll make it real short and sweet. And if it happens to come around again before time is elapsed. So there was this girl in the 6th grade, right? And we'll call her
real juicy.
We'll call her we'll call her
Oh.
real juicy, okay?
Real juicy.
So, oh no, we'll call her Pineapple, okay? So, Pineapple, I really like Pineapple, but Pineapple was really mean, okay? And she was a little crazy, and she would really a lot of this thing that I hate about what some girls do is that they fall for all the guys that are really terrible, like just overall bad
Yeah.
people, because they like the bad boy thing. But I really hate that because they're just overall terrible people. And she fell for the two people that I absolutely hated the most in the school. So
Oh,
the
two of
first
them?
one,
Tom.
Yeah,
first,
Tom.
the first
Hate
one
that guy.
threatened to hurt my friends,
Oh.
all of them at the same time, and the second one was a pothead in the 6th grade.
What
And-
the
and
heck?
That's impressive.
And he
Wow.
set my
Was
friend's
he
pants
selling
on,
or was he?
Start.
he set my friend's pants on fire.
That's
What?
Yes.
That happened to my middle school, actually. It was like super ghetto.
Well, yeah, like he sprayed Axe all over his pants and then he set him on fire. Right. And then he almost got me suspended because he's like, oh, yeah, Christian, come here. And he gave me a high five, and he just shoved a pack of cigarettes in my hand. He's like, thanks, buddy. And he's like, I need you to hold that for me, because he was getting called in by the principal for the 108th time that year. So,
Wow.
yeah, so this girl, it was like the last day I was ever going to see her because she was moving away. And I'm like, she's like, all right, let me see your hand. I'm like, no. She goes, no, it's going to be fine. Let me see your hand. Just stick up your thumb. I'm like, okay. So I stuck up my thumb, and she grabs my thumb and jerks it and dislocates my thumb. And I'm like, why? And she goes, see you around, and leaves, and I never see her again.
What a CUNT.
See you.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
God.
And I never
didn't
saw
see
her
her
that
next
next
Tuesday.
Tuesday. No.
Wow. Good on
She's doing well
Pineapple.
for herself, as far as I'm aware. She's far away.
Are you friends on Facebook?
Friends on the Instagram that I don't use.
Oh.
Yeah.
Me.
I had an ex-boyfriend who's, oh my god, I don't know if I told you guys this story. So I was on Instagram the other day, and I get a notification with a with a thing, and I'm not gonna name it. I'll tell you guys the subject title later. I just don't want to say this because I kind of have a stalker, and I don't know if she'll watch this right now, but I hope she is. Hi, I'm pressing charges.
Just to let you know, we have a policeman in the room right now. Tracking
And
our
so-
viewers.
Someone made a fake Instagram with my
You mean
picture.
my dog?
Yeah, someone made a fake Instagram, a fake Facebook, and it's my ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend and she, yeah, you guys, I had the same look on my face, and I get this friend request for this person to follow me, and I keep it private, but I usually accept, like, everyone, you know, but I just like there to be some level of privacy.
Yeah.
And so she goes, oh, you're an insecure little bitch, aren't you? And she's like, that's why you deleted all of your photos. I'm like, how are you stalking me to that extent that you knew I deleted all of my photo? Like, and then she's like, oh my god, you're so ugly, you're flat like a board. She's like went to town on this post, right? And then she friend requests all of my friends on Facebook, and she tries to add them, and obviously at this point I'm just like, whatever. And in the Instagram post, she tagged all of my friends.
That's crazy.
It was like, and I get I get phone calls from my friends, I get text messages, they're like, Maheen, did you go on your Instagram? Did you go on your Instagram? I'm like, no. And then I was like, oh crap. And then
That's really
it was
creepy.
like a mess, and she messaged my friends, and it was weird, and I'm just like, whatever. I'm glad it's over, and I'm glad she decided to have a life.
F off,
But,
yeah.
yeah, you know, like, but it's really like annoying and scary, because like as much as I want to say that, oh, it didn't get to me, like it did.
It obviously got
It
you,
did.
yeah.
Like, it does bother you when someone says that about you. Like, you know what weirds me out is that she didn't even know me. I've never met her. I don't
Yeah.
know her personally. So why are you so obsessed with me?
It's like that old song from Mariah
Why are
Carey.
you
Yeah.
so obsessed with me?
Well, we would if
And
see
I
if
wanna know.
God. But yeah, that's I count this ex-boyfriend as my craziest one because he had serious issues, motherfucker. I hope you're listening right now. You psycho little thing. But he had serious, like, emotional and mental disturbances that I don't want to get into. And I just like how she called me. She was like insulting my body, and I'm like, well, your ex-boyfriend dated this for a while, so he must have seen something in it.
Oh.
I actually read the post that she's talking about, and she was like fishing for things to insult. Like,
yeah.
she went from personality, and she was kind of running out of things.
Your
So she
jeans
jumped
are ill-fitted.
Yeah,
I
she
bet
jumped
you
to her-
like Cheetos.
She jumped to her jeans. She's like, "You have ill-fitting jeans." And I'm like,
Ill-fitting.
Did she actually say
Okay.
ill-fitting?
"Yeah."
That's
and I'm
ill.
like, all of my
Yeah,
jeans are
that'll get
ill-fitting.
her.
Does that make me a lesser person?
I bet you hate Funyuns.
Oh.
Alright.
She got it.
So I got one. I haven't been in very many relationships, so it's not a relationship one. It's it was my freshman year of high school, and this was back when I was in like the ghetto high school I went to instead
Yeah,
of like
the ghetto
cool
one, the one with the termites.
The one with the termites, yeah,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
And so there was this one girl, and I met her like on the first day. So instantly I was like, some person I know, I like that person. I don't know, that was
There's
really
lots
weird.
of snaps going on here. Tom is just snapping.
Tom, I'm just saying that there's a Mariana Trench concert happening in July and that we should go.
We should definitely go.
We should definitely go.
I will definitely go with you.
We'll all
Okay.
go.
So, all right. So, her name will be Apple. I'll name her Apple.
Apple.
Instead of
Oh.
pineapple. Yeah, we're gonna go with Apple.
Oh
And
my god, I didn't get to
had
name
no
mine.
idea.
I'm calling mine watermelon.
Watermelon. Oh. All right. So Apple. I thought that Apple, like when I first met her, like her and her friends were really cool. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hang out with these people. So I went to Apple one day, and she was like a photographer for like the school and stuff.
Right.
So I went with her one day to the dark room, and
The
turns
dark
out
room.
the dark room. Turns out that she didn't really like go to do anything in the dark room other than like smoke weed and like play with glow sticks.
So
Yo,
she was having like
such
a
a
rave in the
rebel.
dark room.
She was having a rave in the dark room like with her and her one other friend. So we're there like.
Playing with clothes.
And yeah, so I went in there one day and there was like smoking. I'm like, wow, this is really weird. Like, you're not who I thought you were. And then she brought the glow sticks, and I'm like, you're really not who I thought you were.
Oh, those glow sticks got
Those
you
glow
though.
sticks.
Oh, damn.
So then she dated my best friend, and then they broke up after like 6 months or something like that. And I haven't talked to her like ever since because she got expelled from the school. Not for smoking weed, just she had really bad grades.
Oh,
It was really cool.
I guess I never
Mm.
found out.
Mm.
That's a story.
Mm.
Yeah, I know, right?
A rave in the dark room. Now
That's
I'm
the
wait-
title
I've been
of this
waiting.
broadcast.
Rave in the
Rave in the
dark
dark room.
We'll name that right
All
there.
right, we've been saving the best for last.
Oh God. So I can't tell the whole story of this because it would just
Story.
take
A story.
like we don't even have time. All right. So I'll try and condense it.
What's his name?
We'll call him Blueberry.
Blueberry.
So I this should have been a like bad sign, but I accidentally met him
Accidentally.
through text. So he accidentally texted me and was like, "Oh, it was nice meeting you yesterday." And then I was like, I think you have the wrong number." And he was like, "Oh, well then what's your name?" And then like I was just like playing along like, Sophia. And he was like, "Oh, okay." And so then he started like asking me all these questions like about myself, and we started talking. It was like a good conversation. And so, I've like randomly texted or had people randomly text me back, and then it was just like, "Oh, hi. Oh, sorry, wrong number, blah, blah, blah." But then like he started asking like, "Oh, what do you do?" I'm like, "I'm an actress, sort of." And I was like, "I actually have to go, so I have a rehearsal." And so he was like, "Oh, let me take you to coffee." And then I was like, "Nah." And he was like, "But why not?" And I was like, "I could be a crazy psycho person, or you could be." And little did I know that was like foreshadowing. So then he was like, "Well, I like to believe like I have faith in people." And I was like, "Aw." And so I was like, "You know what? Fine, I'll do it." And so like I randomly met him in Rockefeller Center because I wanted it to be a not like hidey place. So like where a lot of people were. So I met him, and yeah, Rave in the Dark Room. Did you name it?
I
Good.
just named the video
Rave
Rave in the Dark Room.
So, long story short, we kind of got into a relationship. Like after a few dates, like I think he kind of thought like, "Oh, we went on a date. I'm gonna kiss you, and now we're boyfriend and girlfriend." So I was like, "Okay, this is a little weird." And keep in mind,
How old was he?
Older.
Wow, that's.
I don't want
what
him
number
to get
does-
mad at me.
What number does that come
I'm
after?
not gonna get mad at you. I'm very calm right now. It's too hot for me to get mad.
Okay, he
It's too
was
hot to be hot.
35, but I was of age.
Okay.
So anyway,
I'll get mad for her.
Was he hot?
I won't.
not really.
I won't judge. He was. I won't
Then
judge.
It ain't even worth it though. You know, like.
I won't
All right,
judge.
so
He was a crib
I-
snatcher.
Well,
Gotcha.
he kind of wanted, I think, like a high society woman because he was like he
Let's
thought
call you a high society woman.
You've played some high
he
society
tried
women.
to like he bought me like these nice clothes and then tried to dress me like a fancy lady, and I was like, I don't like this kind of clothes, and stop like buying me shit. Like I'm not materialistic. I don't like when people buy me things. It's not okay.
You can buy me
So
food.
food is okay. So like that happened, and then so we were together for like a few months, and then like towards the end it got kind of weird. So he like started making this theory, he called it. And so I don't even know, I can't even explain the extent of this theory. So it was basically that something was going to happen, and then he would have to help the president, and like it was some like his theory was so great. Like it was basically
Can I ask what he did for a living?
he was into like real estate.
Oh god.
He like sold buildings and made buildings. So yeah.
I need to
Okay,
find
so what's
some
this?
of that.
Explain
Yeah.
this.
So,
Explain this theory. I'm fascinated.
Yes,
So-
this theory.
It was something about like the distribution of people, and that there should be levels on how much you contribute to society. And so then I was saying, this sounds a little.
He sounds like a fascist.
Communism.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds a little
no,
commie.
not communist. It sounds fascist.
I
Yeah.
don't know the difference.
And
so, yes.
so I was just like, no, you can't call it, because he was calling it something like the level of like genius in society. And I was like, no, don't call it that. That sounds really not okay. And so he was like, okay, I'll change it for you. And so I was like, okay. And so that was like one of the last times I saw him. And so my mom is a psychologist, and he knew my mom pretty well by then. And so he actually met up with her like one of the last days I saw him. And so he was still making this theory. And then he went to my mom, and then he was like going on about like how he was afraid people were going to come after him, and that
He's
he
dead
was like
now.
super paranoid.
Mm.
What?
He's dead now.
No, he's not. So then he was telling Mom that if he dies, he doesn't want me to be like not safe. And she was like, yeah, okay. And so then she called me later, and she was like, John is gonna meet up with you tonight. Be careful. And so I was like, okay. So I met up with him. He went on this long tangent about his theory. He showed me a music video. What is that song?
How does it go?
I don't remember. It's like a super popular song about like planting a seed and then creating a city. What is that song?
I don't know.
It was on the radio like for a long time,
it
like
was
a
on
few
the
months
radio.
ago.
I was thinking if it was a metal song.
No,
Okay, anyway.
it was like a super popular song. Anyway, so he showed me the music video, and he was like, "This is it. Like, look, he's like planting the seed and then creating something." And I was like, "Yeah, okay."
Right.
And so he started telling me like, "Oh, people are going to come after me. They're going to try and kill me. So then I don't want you to die." And so I was like, "Okay." And so he said he's going to go to Washington and get somewhere like 8 feet below, or not 8 feet, 8 stories below ground, and have no one around. And he's just going to have to like think. And I was like, okay. So then he said,
Romans to plant a seed.
I'm not sure.
One of those things.
Yes. So, then he was like, because he told me before, like, oh, I want a big family, like 8 kids. And then he was telling me, I can't have any kids because, like, I can't leave them in this world. And so that was verging on the edge of, like, people are going to have to die. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go soon.
He's dead now.
And, no. And so he was then like, then he said, like, oh, yeah, wait, maybe I do need you. Because if I die, someone has to carry on the legacy.
Right.
And so then I was like, yeah, okay.
I just need to implant these files
Got
in your
that.
skull.
Yeah.
Please
Oh,
stand
yeah.
still.
And so then he was like, you could become the most powerful woman in the world.
He was trying to plant a seed, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
Big
And
double city.
so I was like, okay. And
I
so
like the consistent mkays and ahas.
and so finally, so many other things happened. I can't even explain all of it. But in the end, like, my friend from England, he had to find a place to live, and so he was actually staying with Blueberry. And so he came home.
I think we should just call him Fruit Loop because
He is pretty loopy.
Fruity. And so he'd been staying with him for like a week trying to find a place, and he was helping him find a place. And so this is like one of the last days. And so he came home. Oh, yeah, one of the really strange things. So, I almost called him Mr. Fruit Loop. He told me we're going to have to figure out how to talk to each other, but without speaking.
right, yeah,
And so I was like telepathy?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Right.
And yeah,
Yes.
that's exactly what I thought. Oh!
Oh, dude, keep this out of my head.
Right, yo, calm, chill.
So, and then he was like, the way that our brains work, we're like a level 2.
Right,
Maybe I'm a level 1, but you're definitely up there. I can't quite tell yet.
right.
And so I was like, okay. And so,
This sounds like some kind of Scientology thing. But please,
You
keep
know
going.
what
Yeah.
it does? Yeah.
and so he was like, maybe our children will then be able to speak with each other.
Well, you're thetans in key with each other.
What?
You're thetans. You know, your previous souls from your alien
You know,
lives.
yeah.
You never know.
Okay.
But he was like, maybe they'll like to be able to develop these powers.
right, yeah.
Because like, we saw Divergent
Okay,
together.
Yeah. Oh, that
Oh,
was
you
a
s-
terrible
oh,
idea. But please
and-
keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we watched Cabin in the Woods the one time, and he was like, "This is my favorite movie."
Oh, right.
Oh,
'Cause the
oh.
old gods, I assume.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. And so anyway, so then my friend came home, and he was like, "Everything okay?" And then John was like trying to speak with me. Like he had like this, like I had some iced tea, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you must really like some iced tea, Sophia." And then I was like,
Okay.
"Uh-huh." So he was like trying to talk with me. My friend is right there. He's like laying on the sofa. I think he wasn't really paying attention, so he didn't really notice how weird he was acting. And so I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get my stuff. I gotta go." And so he was like, "Okay." And then like we never said that we love each other, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it takes me a while to tell people that anyway. So
I think to him, love would have been a step below his level 2.
Well, no. Then we were in the bedroom and I was getting my shoes on.
There's probably some kind of transcendent
It's like
phrase.
a weakness. It's a weakness to have love. What are you talking
Oh
about?
no! There's
Like
probably
snap
like
the
some kind of
kneecap.
Thetan connection, like at a level 3, where you can look at each other and like
Yeah. Just no. Yeah.
yeah.
How'd
Like,
that go? How'd that go?
You vibrate on like a level
Oh
3.
my god. That's a level 3, but
Yeah,
he's
right.
like a level 1, so
Yeah,
like you know.
like he has
But
an
he was
advance yet.
basically equating himself with God
Right.
at this
yeah.
point.
Okay.
And there were other theories that he had part of this where he was like, people had spoken to him
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I think
and
about this all
told
the time.
him.
So.
They showed him
the
either
way.
like
Aliens.
they showed him like a path to like goodness or a path to like
Buddhist aliens. Got it.
sure. I don't know. I think they showed him like porn or something.
Porn.
And
Right.
so they're
Never
like,
mind,
which
not
one do you want
Buddhist.
to do? And then he was like, oh, I wanna take the path
Porn.
of goodness.
Could I
And
would have
so-
picked the
I would
porn.
take the porn on this.
But then like so
Being honest.
he told me later that I have been known to be bipolar and also
You have 2 polars.
schizophrenic.
Oh.
And so he told me that
How long
finally
did it take for that to come up?
a while. Yeah, I mean they
Yeah.
are crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, so
So,
that was
long
the
story
last time I
short-
saw him. And other things happened. They were also very strange. I won't go into that today.
Okay.
So he called me then later, like the next day, and he was like, "You know what? I think it's not safe for you to be with me anymore. I'm going to Washington."
Okay. Yeah.
And so apparently he went to
Spider-Man.
Washington, and his
He's dead now.
ex-girlfriend Sherry went with him, and she like
Cherry isn't a fruit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And so she called my mom, and apparently he ended up in an insane asylum. And then he
Okay.
got out, but then he was put back in.
Right.
He's dead now.
No. He
No,
meant
he's
to be there.
Oh yeah, he
Right. He
meant
only
to.
got out because he needed his files, and now he's
Yes,
back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
Oh, you're
no.
right. Yeah.
No, I completely
He
understand.
had to
him,
put
yeah.
the chip in his head.
He was like stopping people on the street to talk to them.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he had to. He needed
Yeah.
recruit. You know.
Yeah, more aliens.
Anyway, if you want a sequel to this story, I have more.
I would.
We're out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're out
Yeah,
of
we
time.
are out of
Mhm.
time,
Oh,
but
I
that
gotta take off
was
these Ray-Bans.
a roller coaster from beginning to
Mhm.
end.
Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well,
about that. Okay.
I'll be thinking about that on the bus ride home.
Yep.
Bye,
Aliens.
people.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Did you hear all of it?